As all of you know, tomorrow's the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct, and I could not be more excited for it. So before I watch it, I'm going to get my predictions out for the Direct tomorrow. Also, before we begin, I just want to say I'm sorry for that month-and-a-half long break I took, but videos will start coming out again. And I know I already made a short talking about this, but there's been a lot more stuff recently. And confirming of that new Rhythm Heaven game, which is pretty cool. But alright, let's get into it. So first we have all the basic essentials for the new console, such as the price, release date, specs, and more, which I have a very strong prediction on. I think the console will be $400 and release in June. It would be perfect to release it in summer when people are off from school, and it just feels like something Nintendo would do based off their past releases. I also expect to see the resolution, which will be 4K on a TV and 1080p in handheld mode, with a battery life of around 5 hours. Finally, I think they're going to show the purpose of that new C button, because there's a lot of ways you could interpret it right now, and it's very mysterious. Alright, now let's get into the games. Kicking it off with Mario Kart 9, which was shown in the teaser, so it is pretty much guaranteed. They will go more into depth into some of the tracks and new mechanics of the game, and I feel like there's going to be some new character that everyone freaks out about. I think either Sonic or Olimar from Pikmin might be a good option. Other than that, I don't really have a lot to say on this game. Now we have the new 3D Mario, because if you don't count Bowser's Fury, we haven't gotten a new one in like 7.5 years. I feel like this one might follow similar to logic to Odyssey, with more areas and with more open areas and some more linear areas. I also think this game will not have Bowser as the main antagonist, which is just a feeling I have, so don't really expect that to happen. The areas will be way more open and actually have less collectibles. Unlike Odyssey's massive 880 moons, there will only be around 300 this time around. This game will also be completely original and not Odyssey 2. I feel like there's going to be this one really cool new feature that will be really creative, and that's pretty much all I have to say on their 3D Mario. Now I feel like they're going to revive one dead franchise, specifically Star Fox or F-Zero, and maybe even Punch-Out! Nintendo has recently been obsessed with reviving dead franchises, and I just get a big feeling they're going to do the same thing for this Direct. Now we have another thing for old franchises, in which I feel like Nintendo's going to release a GameCube app for Switch Online. Switch 2 can definitely handle it, and certain patents have made that a big possibility. And speaking of Switch Online, I feel like we're going to have a new points system. Nintendo discontinued gold points in March, and I have a sinking feeling that they're going to replace it with something else eventually, even if it isn't in this Direct. Besides all the third-party games now, there's also 2 more games that I feel like will come, which is first a new Kirby game. Despite new ones coming out recently, I just feel like Nintendo's cooking up a new Kirby similar to the style of Forgotten Land, given how well it did. I also feel like we're going to see a new Pikmin spin-off, and you might think we have to wait 10 years for the next one just like all the other Pikmin games, but for the franchise, Pikmin 4 sold really well. It won't be anything too major, but definitely better than Hey Pikmin. So that concludes most of the games I have predicted for the Switch 2. Thank you guys so much for watching this small little video, and I really hope you enjoyed it, so I'll see you in the next one.